Well, welcome, my friends, and this is part 25 of the tiny house build here. And what we've got is painting day. We're going to start in painting, and I'm going to show you what I've been doing. I've been down for about 14 days. Well, guess what? Yeah, it's not worth talking about. I tell you what, though, it's an unnatural thing. It's not a. That's just my opinion. But so I'm feeling really good now. I'm getting back in there. I fought it off really easily, and feeling all right. I'm just a little tired. That's all. But I'm going to go ahead and show you what I've got going on here, and I'm going to go ahead and show you what I finished on the house, the coloring I chose, and we're going to get started painting today. So let's get at it. Okay, guys. So one of the colors I'm going to choose here is I've got some high hiding white here. It's an exterior by Do It Best. I got this out of a surplus lot that I got when the place went out of business, and you can see the white. I've used it on something else, I guess, but this is going to be for some around the window trims on this. Be like around the very edge of this, and it's going to get a little white, and on the side windows over here they're going to get white on them. So that's one of the colors I've chosen, and the other one is a semi-transparent stain, and this is for like decks and stuff. But anyway, I'm going to be putting it on these shingles, and it gives it almost a natural tone. I've painted right here in this section and tested it, and I thought I made a really big mistake because it looked almost orangey, yellowy, nasty looking color, you know. And but it dried out, and once it dried out, it was okay. So I wanted to try to leave the shingles as natural as possible. And then I've got also several cans of this Super Deck here, red base, and this is the color of it. And I was thinking that would be the main body of the house, would be the red. The red. So it'll have the shingles on the bottom and a red on the side. And what I was going to use for trim is this. Here, I would trim it with this sage green color here. And as an accent color, I was going to use a lighter green. And the lighter green would go up on the upper pieces here and on those areas there. And any place that needs an accent color, maybe these blocks right here, and the dark green would be on the board above it. These are just ideas. All this can change. So I tried to use, see, I went and bought this, but I tried to use stuff that was already in the store, but I was kind of limited on colors. So I'm going to be buying these two accent colors right here. But this Super Deck I had in the store. This I had to purchase. And this I had in the store. So I'm trying to use up everything that I have. And here, I'll kind of show you what I've got here. This is kind of an idea. You got to remember, this is just a coloring. So, you know, the actual color is going to be this, like this. See? And the actual green here is going to be this. But anyway, this is just kind of giving you an idea of what I was thinking about doing here. And kind of drawing it out a little bit to make sure, just double check and make sure I'm doing things the way I want to. And I found some tape in the store. I found this old tape. Look at this. 425. That's a I think that's a $12 roll of tape now. It's just ridiculous. But in the store, I had a whole bunch of old brushes and things, and I found 4-inch brush, a couple 3-inch brushes. I found a pad, and I found a 1-coat 1.25-inch roller. Got a brand new roller for that. Now these two here and this little paint bucket, I went ahead and purchased this. This was only a few bucks, but that's what I'm going to roll the trim with. But the rest of this stuff I had in stock. Many years ago, I believe these were Harbor Freight, and they were selling them for, oh man, it was like 29 or 39 cents a piece. And I bought a box of them, and I bought a box of the 2-inch, these 1.5s, 4-inch, and some 3-inch right here. And I got such a good deal on them that I bought a whole bunch of these, and I bought a bunch of chip brushes too. I'm talking 8-10 years ago. Now you can't even touch them for that kind of money. And I got me a handy paint cup, handy little pail for doing the trim with the brush. And that's what I've got so far. And I'll show you what I've done to the building since you last seen it. Naturally, all these shingles are all finished up. I've still got to go up there and put 2 little corners in up there, and I got to put a trim board going down each side here, something for my inner ceiling boards here for this overhang to fit. And I did a whole bunch of these boards, and I've got them stacked over here. I'll take one outside so you can see it. But they're done in cedar. They're done in that same cedar as I painted that with. You can tell the difference between the natural and this. But anyway, these are going to be placed up inside here, all the way up, and all the way back down on this side. And that's going to seal that off and hide the plywood, and it'll give it a natural cedar look up there. And so I'll have cedar eaves on it. And I also was thinking with this, I would possibly leave the outer part of this window frame here natural cedar. I'm going to do the cedar here on this and down here. And I'm probably going to paint this piece and this piece, and I may leave this natural cedar right here. But it's all, everything can change. I'm just talking right now. And on this side, from the last video, you saw we had all the shingles put on, top and bottom. But I added this little architectural feature here on this side too. I cut all these little blocks, I glued them and nailed them, and they're on every one of these lines. There's a block on it. So I did this. I finished these corners. I've got these all in. I've got them sealed. And I've got the box on the front. I've got it all shingled down. I've got all the trim finished up and sealed around all this. And on this side, I shingled this wall right here too. And you saw last time I finished this right here. But this corner's all finished here too. And that goes up to the top. And as you can see, the top section of the roof is all finished. I mean, of the loft, all done with cedar shingles also. So I need to get up there and paint those shingles. I carried that architectural feature all the way across the front here. And that's going to give it a little extra color, a little extra pizzazz, I guess you could call it. And Let me go back down here and get out of the glare. I'll take a shot back here on that from this side. And on this side here, I also carried that down. I carried it all the way down to the end. So it's got a nice little trim put on it. And I showed you before last time, I went ahead to the bathroom vent and I put wood around it just to make it look nice. But all these trims have been done, and as you can see, it's all been sealed. Sealed all the way around the windows, underneath the sill here. Sealed in here, all the way up the sides of the windows. I want to make sure there's no water leakage coming in here. And I did here too. Yeah, when I do these, when I paint the wall here, this is going to be red, and it's going to come up to red on the edge here, like this, and red under here. And the only thing it's going to be painted white is just the fascia here, and it'll match this window. So basically the window is going to look like it has a trim about this wide on it. So that would be the basically the fifth color on it. There's going to have 5 colors. It's going to have the shingle color, the dark green, and it's going to have the light green up on top, up there, with dark green trim. And it's going to have the red here. It's going to have the light green there. It's going to have the dark green right there. And this trim around the door is going to be dark green. Those, I believe, are going to be light green, the squares. Then the one above it is going to be dark green again. And this window, like I said, was going to be probably cedar. It may turn green, I'm not sure. Then it's going to have, you can see the inside pieces here around the window. Those are going to be done in white. Kind of adds that extra white color to it as an accent. This door here, I'm thinking I'm going to have it all trimmed out in green here, right here, here. And this center part of this door is probably going to be the lighter green. Now, as far as this door goes, I still have it off. It's all done in natural, like this door right here on the inside. Now on the outside, it's not going to, if I was thinking about doing that in cedar too, in this color right here, but I don't think it's going to match because it's a different wood. That, I'm not sure what it is. It might be, I think that's pine. Yeah, those are pine doors. See how they kind of match up with the pine interior here? So I'm not sure if that was going to work on the outside here as having a wood door. So I may have to put a color on the door. And I have a real shiny, deep burgundy, but I'm not sure if that would work or not. I'm going to have to wait till I get this thing painted and hold up a color chip to see. And get a lot of flies around here. They're starting to stick on everything. So that's where I'm at now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get these 2 corners in up here, and I'm going to put the trim here, the board that the other ones are going to nail to, and then I'm going to paint all this in here, the light green, and then I'm going to put those boards up in here. And I think that's the first thing I'm going to start with. Then I'm going to move down to the red here, and I'm going to paint all up in here with the red. I'm going to paint these edges right here too, right out to this edge right here. All this will be red. Then I'll roll the outside of this with the green. Okay, I'm going to get busy and we'll get our day started. Well, what do you think? I'm going to leave that roof ridge and the front fascias natural cedar. I put a water base natural cedar over it, semi-transparent. The only thing I have left up here is to put the boards in under here. I had to go buy a new nailer. My 15 gauge nailer went bad on me. It just kept jamming time after time, so I had to buy a new one. And I've got to put a white trim around this window right here. I also left these natural. I've stained this door here, and I stained it like this right here, but I'm not sure if it's going to work. I'll show it to you in a minute. Okay, so this has also been stained natural cedar, semi-transparent. I've taken this door off and I've painted it light green like this color right up here. Same color. I kind of like it. It came out really clean. Even this trim came out nice. The tape and paint lines are tight. I painted the inside of the jamb. Everything that shows from the outside. See how nice the paint line is? And here's the side with the so I've got two sides done. Got the dark green, the light green. Up here I painted it green across the top. I'm leaving that white flashing just like it is. And I decided to go green around the windows. White window, white trim was just too much, and it didn't, being the red and the white together, didn't kind of match out on the rest of the stuff, so. So next, I think I'll do the other side. We have high humidity right today, and right now I'm feeling kind of like a little bit of moisture in the air, just a dampness. You could feel it sprinkling against your skin, but I think I'll do this end last. I did have some extra paint on my brush, so I went ahead and put some of the semi-transparent cedar, natural cedar stain on that. But this side here, I haven't started doing it. I think I'll do it next. The first thing I'll do is I'm going to put the red on, and I'm going to go in between each one of these, get all these edges right here that have been sealed, paint all these edges too, and go ahead and get the red put on this. Then I'll do the green trim. Then I'll do the light green along this. This side, that's all it's going to get on the light green, is just the little architectural detail on it. And it will be light green right there, dark green trim. I got to do the other side too. But I think it looks pretty good. The two-tone green and the red is, I like it. I even painted that up there. I triple coated that so it would be good against the weather. You know, I'll show you the door. that I'm not happy with. It's got brush marks in it. I don't know, maybe they're okay, maybe they're not. I think I'm going to try to put one more light coat on this and be really careful and even with it. And hopefully I don't build up too much where you can't see the knots anymore. But I think one more light coat should do this. It's got 2 on it now. But that would look good with the trim. I think it needed a natural colored door. I don't want to add another color to the scenario here. And here's the little door. I went ahead and sealed all around the edges with a real fine bead of sealer because I didn't want this thing to go bad on me. I also took my planer, that power planer right there, and I took an edge off here, and I took an edge off across the top. Hopefully that will that'll make it fit not so tight, because I knew I was going to be painting these edges, and you know, the door was going to get a little bit tighter. It's got a little bit of a break in it right here, but I had glued that and sealed it. I think we're okay. But anyway, that's where I'm at right now on it. Waiting for the weather to clear. And I'm going to start in on this side over here, on that side. And once I get that done, I'm going to move on to this right here. This is going to be a very interesting side to do. I need to figure out what I'm going to do for these 2 doors too. I have some ideas. Then after that, I need to put my hook as part of my plumbing up here. This is the main water line here, but I need to make a place to hook up. I also need to put the main plug in here for the 30 amp plug. There's still a lot of work to be done. I still need to go under there and put all the drain plumbing in it too. All the plumbing for the house itself is built into the floor, but the drain plumbing has to be done for the shower there, and the toilet on the other side, and the drain that runs from the sink across and out. I'm getting my energy back pretty good now, and yeah, I think it's gonna be painting time here pretty quick. As soon as this weather clears just slightly, I'm gonna start getting up there. It's only about I don't know, 7:30 in the morning right now, and as you can see, we got a gray overcast, 97% humidity, so I want to let the wind blow off this gray. It should do it around 10 o'clock. And then I'm going to start painting on this thing. I'm hoping to get this side done today. All right, I hope you guys like it. Give you one more view of it back here. Let me know. All right, I got it all cut in. Next thing I'll do is I'll get a big roller and I'll roll that out. But I want to first finish my cutting in on the front up here. I'm working around this area right here. And I got to cut in all those blocks up there. And you can see I've done the other side a little bit too. And I did something else here. I went ahead and put those cedar colored eave boards on, and I also painted this door. I think it looks pretty good. It was all light green, but it was just too much, so I did the panels in it. And I did up here under the eave. I did the cedar fence boards that I had, the ones I showed you earlier. I think it looks pretty good. I also cut in around that window. I was going to put white around. See, with this white, I was going to do the outside edge of it white, but I decided just to go ahead and do it green. It has the white up there. It'll be all right. Wasn't cutting corners. It's just that you can see that one corner dips down on this window. It's got a piece cracked out of it on the wood. So I wanted to hide that as much as possible by making it all green rather than accentuated. You can see I trimmed out around that that ridge board too. I think it's looking pretty good. I also put another coat on this. So this has got 3 coats on it. And this coat kind of evened it out a little bit. And I think I'm going to go ahead and use this. Get out of here, fly. And I'm going to go ahead and clear coat this with some floor clear coat that I have. Some waterproof, some water-based floor enamel in satin. So I'll get about 3 coats of that on top of these 3 coats, and that should seal that door up really good. So that's going to be interesting to get that back on. And I think it'll look good in the hole over here. Yeah, it'll be the same color as this, or close to it anyway. It'll have a little more of a sheen to it. I just wanted the wood door. We could have painted it another color too. This was my second choice right here. This is a high gloss burgundy, and it would have been real similar to the color of the house here, see? That would have been a really shiny door. So I always have a second choice here if I don't like this after I get it done. I get it mounted up and it just doesn't look good. I always have this option here. I got a quart of that. And man, I ruined a good pair of Carhartts. I should have changed my pants today, but you know how that goes. You get busy and you just not using all your facilities sometimes. All right, that's about it for today. I look like an axe murderer. It's my shirt. I've got on my pants, my shoes. Well, I got this side finished. Not finished, I got the red put on it. So next I'm going to have to paint this here. Got it all cut in up there. Oops, I got a little holiday right there. Took a little holiday there. All right, I got to fix that. And went around here and cut all this in around the edges and painted the front. It's still wet. And I did over here. And I had a boo-boo right there, so. Yeah, it used exactly 1 gallon for this whole house in red. I got just a little bit in the bottom of the can for touch-up. And let's see, what else was I doing? Oh yeah, this door right here. I had originally put 3 coats of this natural cedar on it, and it on a smooth pine door, it just didn't look good. It looked kind of streaky, and that left me wondering about what I was going to, actually put on this door. And that maroon I mentioned earlier, I painted a little stick of that and tried to put it on there. I'll see if it's in here. I don't know what I did with it. I probably threw it away. Excuse me. But anyway, it didn't look good. It was just a slightly darker red than this, and it was real glossy, and it kind of just didn't jive with everything. And I was kind of at a loss on how to do this and what to do. I thought about doing something like that door, but then, it was more of the same. I didn't like that. So I did something out of the ordinary. I sat down and I had a little smoke. I'll show you what I came up with. There's the front door. Now you gotta remember this here insets that far into the jamb. So this will be inset into the jamb. And I just went ahead and put the red that's on the house. I put the green, and I made another little block. Kind of gives it a little craftsman style to it. And I am probably done with the door. I might be putting some trim maybe on the ends or something. I'm not sure yet. I know that this is going to get a sweep down here, and it's going to have a black sweep on it because the door handles are black. And I see that I got a great big knot in the edge of my door here, so I wasn't going to put the door handle right here anyway. I'm going to have to put it up high like on the Frenchmen do, the French doors. I'll have to put it up higher on the door, which doesn't bother me at all because I'm kind of tall anyway. But this is what we've got so far. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mount that door, and I'm going to permanently mount that block thing I built on there. That's just laying out there on it right now. But I don't want to put it on until after I put it on and hang the door, because I've got this here and that has to come up against this right here. So I really like how that turned out up there. I like the top up there too. It just came out really nice. That inside board right there, not the outside one, but the next one in, the 2x, that's old growth redwood. Got a couple old growth redwood 2x4s, and that's why I put them out here on the outside edge, so it would dress it up. So we're getting closer here. All I've got is the front left to do, and a whole lot of painting these shingles. I've got to do all that high work up there. Got to paint those up there. I still got to put the light green and the dark green on that, on both sides. Yeah, I did these shingles. We got them taped off. We're getting ready to put the green around here. But those have to be done up there. And the green need to be put around the windows, and the green here, the light green on the blocks. And on this side, I've only got half of the bottom done. I got it done to right about there. So I still have to go do the rest of those shingles and those up there. So I got a lot of monotonous shingle painting. Oh, not to mention this. Yeah, a lot of monotonous shingle painting. That's no fun. It's real tedious. So what am I talking about? It's all kind of fun. Nobody's hurrying me or pushing me, or I'm not on any type of deadline, and no one's paying me to do it, so I'm not being criticized or critiqued in any way. So that's the nice thing about it. Man, after having that body shop for so many years, 27 years I had that body shop, 26 years. And boy, you talk about getting critiqued. I satisfied about 99% of my customers. There's always just a few that, are going to be a bugger no matter what. But I still made sure I got them taken care of. It might have just not been the first time through for them. They bring it back and find a little teeny thing wrong, or they perceive that it's wrong. Or at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, if you stand right back by the taillight and look over the roof, you might be able to see something if your imagination's real strong. But anyway, I'm complaining, yakking too. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to call this one on this episode, and I will see you guys on the next one. Well, thank you guys for watching, and if you got a comment on my door, be kind. Okay, so we'll see you on the next time. Bye-bye, everyone.